subscribe and hit the bell icon and never miss another video. Number one attention seeker.
I'll just go with mine.
No, Kumar, you have to tell someone aside from you. You know the rules, Karan.
I don't want to give a name and give them any attention. Nobody wants to see 10 people just having a great time getting along with each other. You'll be like tuning off. We want to see you fight. We want to see you cry. It's quite kind of silly and sad.
Hi, Karan.
Hey, Malini, how are you?
I dressed up for you.
Oh, and I didn't. I'm so sorry. I just wore my Sher Shah shirt.
I was wondering what you're going to wear, and I was like, okay, you can't go wrong if you put on a little bling for Karan. So I'm like, I'm going to do it just in case. All right, folks, this is MissMalini, and I'm super excited to be chatting with the one and only Karan Johar because Bigg Boss OTT is on its way. And I cannot think of a better host than you, Karan, for Bigg Boss OTT. How exciting is this? First of all, how did this happen? Tell me everything.
I have a really strong association with the Viacom family, with Colors, and with the Woot family. I've done a lot of work. In fact, my reality show judging career kind of began on Colors. So I have them to thank for actually giving me this entire career that I got as a judge on television. And so, of course, I know the team and they reached out to me and they said Bigg Boss, and I nearly fell off my sofa because I was like, the only Bigg Boss that can actually be the Bigg Boss is Salman Khan. And they said, no, this is a totally different segment. It's on Woot. We start the show on Woot and then it goes on to Colors, and Salman is the main man there as always. And this is just a subset of that. And I was like, okay, what do you want from me? They said, we want you to be flamboyant, OTT. And I was like, okay, that comes naturally to me. Why aren't you challenging me? These are things that come easily to me, And God knows in the last year and a half, nearly 2 years, I've controlled all my OTT-ness because we've had to be in pandemic mode and in lockdown mode. And so now I think I'm going to be bursting on that stage. I feel I may have to be controlled.
It's going to be amazing. You know what's crazy is that we all now kind of live in a Bigg Boss OTT kind of world, right? Because we're all kind of voyeuristically watching each other's lives through social media pretty much 24/7. Do you feel that the whole experience of Bigg Boss being now during a pandemic changes people's perspective of what it's like being, locked down in a house? Like they were locked down by choice.
We've all lived the Bigg Boss life, right? We've all done it. The only thing is we still had access to our phones.
Yeah.
We still could do what we wanted within the confines of our homes. It's still not the same thing. So the Bigg Boss life is pretty much like a television jail that you're in, and where also mind games are played. Which many people's cheese slips off their cracker only because it's kind of like so daunting to be kind of always played with, which is the genius of the format because you play with people's minds. It's constant mind games. And I think as a host, my responsibility is really to kind of make sure that gameplay is efficiently channelized, and I think that's what I want to do. I've always been that self-appointed Cupid in people's lives, entering their relationship zones, advising people. It's what I seem to like to do. So now I'm just getting paid for it, Malini.
Is that your plan? You're going to do a lot of love. You're going to do a lot of matchmaking in the house?
I think there'll be some love stories. There'll be some lust stories. So I think there's lots to look forward to.
The thing is, you would think that when you're like on a Bigg Boss OTT, you would think people would be on their best behavior, ki sab log dekh rahe hain. But it almost feels like you actually perform better and people want to see voyeuristically, they want to see the drama, right? They want to see you lose your shit. They want to see you manipulate other people. Do you think that that's what really works? And as a host, right, on Bigg Boss OTT, what advice will you give the contestant?
My advice is play the game.
Yeah.
Look, when you play a game, there is manipulation, there is strategy, there is a certain amount of scheming, and there's definitely a lot of role play. So you've got to play the game. If you're not, if you're going to just be yourself, then you can be yourself in your own home. Why are you in the Bigg Boss house? You've got to play the game. It's a game. Let's get that straight, Malini. Bigg Boss is a game. It's a mind game. It's a strategy game. Make sure you know it's a game. You got to play it, and for that you've got to swing it.
What does it take? Like I've seen such a variety of winners, for these contestants. You've had the really flamboyant ones. You've had this, I know, the way back, the first season where the good girl won, and then you've had some crazies as well. So is there a formula? Do you feel what is it that people want to see? Do they want to see someone who's nice, then goes dark and then comes back with a redemption?
Look, what I think that people don't want is boring.
Yeah.
Sometimes the good guys and the good gals can be a little kind of yawn worthy. You don't want to see a stream of goodness over a period of time. You like it's like having like very plain dal. Like you've got to give it the tadka, you've got to put the masala, you've got to kind of give it the spice. So you've got to go through a journey. Also, what I think people like when they watch it is they like to see a journey, an arc, where a character starts at point A and ends up at point Z, but still remains there. It still remains there. That can happen organically or strategically. It really depends on the power of the contestant. As you said, there's been the good girls winning, the bad boys winning, a bit of both winning sometimes. So I mean, like, it really depends on your personality and how you can wing it in that house.
Yeah, I'm actually going to watch Bigg Boss OTT for you, Karan, because I think you are going to be the next level of experience in this whole, like the whole, the theme of this is now Bigg Boss OTT, stay connected, literally to the nth level that we're connected.
Well, I hope I don't disappoint you. I'm going to give it my best shot.
So obviously, I don't know if it's going to happen in this case, but usually the hosts get to go inside the house and check it out. Also, like the house is one loud, flamboyant experience. What kind of, contestant would you be, Karan?
I think I would initially be a really like that people pleaser contestant, because I'd want to get along with people. Then I would slowly move into kind of making my friends and being very like trying to make my own group. Then I think I'd want to just go into my own shell, and then I'd want to run.
You always do your various talk shows, and I thought I would do my version of Martini with Malini and do a couple of
lovely
with you. Okay, so I couldn't come up with a better name, but here we go. If Bigg Boss OTT, the house, was a movie, what would it be called and who would be your lead stars in it?
If Bigg Boss were a movie, it would be called Hangover.
Nice.
And I think it would be great to have like fun people like Ranveer Singh, Saif Ali Khan, Kareena Kapoor Khan, Alia Bhatt, like fun people in Hangover, which I think would be a great name for Bigg Boss, because you're kind of hungover on just the energy that's surrounding you.
Oh my God, I would totally watch that. Okay, if you could choose one couple from Bollywood to put in the Bigg Boss OTT house, who would you choose?
Ranbir and Alia, only because I think they're so not cut out to be in the Bigg Boss house.
Really?
Just to see them out of their comfort zone would make me very happy for just that one day. Then I would not torture them and I would remove them out. Ranbir and Alia would be really funny to be in a Bigg Boss house.
If Bollywood celebrities were in the Bigg Boss OTT house, who would get these titles? Okay, Dramebaz,
Kareena Kapoor,
Chalbaz,
Janvi, just by legacy.
Nice. Leader of the pack,
Shah Rukh Khan, always.
And number one attention seeker.
I had 3 names, but I'll just go with mine.
No, Kumar, you have to let someone aside from you. You know the rules, Karan.
I don't want to give a name and give them any attention.
If there was one duty that you would absolutely hate doing if you were in the Bigg Boss OTT house, what would that be? Cooking, cleaning, or something else?
Cleaning the loo.
All right. And if you were a contestant, what is one thing other than your phone that you don't think you could live without?
My mom. I would miss her. I live with her.
Amazing. Okay. We have seen Salman lose his temper many times on the show. What's the one thing that makes Karan angry?
Lies.
Lies.
I hate liars.
Oh, so if you've caught them in a lie, you're going to be like...
that lying gets me very angry. Lying gets me angry. Dishonesty and lies get me very angry.
All right. Good to know. Okay. And if you could choose a co-host, like a sidekick, who would it be?
No, I wouldn't call it a sidekick. Why should a co-host be a sidekick? I think somebody I've hosted many shows with, Manish Paul. I have a great time. I would choose him.
Oh, nice. Awesome. Okay. And what is your most favorite way of staying connected even during this lockdown?
Initially, it was Ludo.
Really?
And we played a lot of group
Ludo.
Then there were a lot of FaceTime calls, groups, then there were Zoom chats. Then all that faded into just diving into Amazon and Netflix and Hotstar. And when all that failed, I was back at work. So these were the phases I went through.
And last question, if you were a contestant in the house, and we've been seeing all this build up, right? Like something happened at the airport and this drama, what would be your headline drama that you're known for this?
Oh, I'm known for this. Karan Johar overdresses for in his loungewear in the house, like no one gave him the memo.
Yeah, you know, and I remember talking to you about this once, how everyone does like airport spotting, and I was like, we're gonna start doing like school spotting, like what you wore to drop your kids off to school.
Oh yeah, in fact, I'm so sad the schools are shut because I was set with my drop-off look.
I can just imagine you had the whole vibe with the bag, but now there's all this like sleepwear look, right? Everyone's
but I would be OTT even in my loungewear look in the Bigg Boss house.
I am super excited, looking forward to Bigg Boss OTT. Something that you think is going to be unique that people should look out for?
Me?
You.
I mean, why mince my words? Me. I'm the unique part of the new season.
You are absolutely the most unique part of it. Thank you so much, Karan. It's always so great to catch up with you. You have just this incredible, infectious energy, and I cannot wait because you are going to call it like it is. You're going to be snarky, you're going to be sweet, but you're also going to be savage. I know Savage Karan.
Well, Savage Karan is waiting to explode. Thank you, Malini. Thank you for interviewing me, and you look gorgeous. Keep the bling on. Keep the bling on. The Sindhi side of me approves.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I feel very happy that I was able to do all of this by myself at home. All right. Thank you so much. And a last message to everyone who's going to be watching Bigg Boss OTT on Boot.
Well, make sure you tune in firstly because there's lots of fun and lots of drama coming your way, and fun and drama is what I represent. So enjoy it.